Live on
Once you've
Facebook.
got the manuscript, then
Okay.
Well, you can spend a year or more trying to find a publisher, or you
Hey,
can
morning,
cut
Facebook
right
folks.
to the chase. Make your book real with Zulon Press. Finding a publisher is time-consuming and uncertain. With Zulon Press, things are quick and definite. They specialize in one thing: helping Christian authors put their books in print. Zulon Press will publish your book. Zulon Press gets it into bookstores. Your book is on Amazon. Work with Zulon Press and there's no question, you are a published author. If you're writing a Christian book, get your free publishing guide from Zulon Press. Just log on to ChristianPublishing.com. That's ChristianPublishing.com. Zulon Press. Book publishing by Christians for Christians. Get your free publishing guide at ChristianPublishing.com. Zulon Press is a division of Salem Communications, the same people who bring you this nifty radio
This
station.
nifty
This is Business
radio
in
station.
1110.
The following
Hard to work
program
the
paid for by Right
name
Path Real
Nifty
Estate does not
in any
necessarily
longer.
represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or owners.
They don't.
Right.
It's time to get
You
on the
consider
right
that
path
you
with Right
work
Path
for a
Real
nifty
Estate
radio
with
show?
Tom Perry.
Radio
Get
station.
the answer to your question that's keeping you from
Wait,
taking
what?
action and
You,
succeeding
you
today.
consider that you work for a nifty radio station?
That's a negative.
Zulon Press thinks that you do. The same people that bring you this nifty radio
Get
station.
ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio. 713-785-1817 if you want to call in. Good morning to everybody that's joined on the Book of Faces. You know, it's interesting. You know, you're always learning. In fact, I've shared the last couple of days that you know, my family has created a legacy of learning, and I give my dad credit to that. My dad is I'm going to tell his age. You know, they say that's taboo for women, but men, you can tell their age. He's 76 years old, and in May of this year, so he turned 76 in August. So May of this year, 2018, he turned. Or he was 75, and he walked the stage with a master's degree in history. And I've heard him say before that if you ever stop learning, then, you know, you start dying. Basically, he said, "Hey, I'm dead if I ever stop learning." And so I'm always constantly learning, and it's amazing to me. You know, like one of the things I've learned recently is that, you know, Facebook.com, you don't actually have to type that whole thing out. It's fb.com/Right Path Real Estate. You get to our site, so if you want to go directly there, you can follow us on Facebook, or not that I'm, you know, advertising for Facebook, because I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. It's a good medium. Glad that we can broadcast, kind of like we get our own TV broadcast studio because of all the technology that Facebook has provided. So there's that. But I also enjoy the people that listen on terrestrial radio due to this nifty station, Salem Broadcast. Business Radio 1110 KTEK. Some people listen to us on iTunes. Some people listen to us on TuneIn. So yesterday I was having this conversation. People ask me all the time, is it hard to do a radio show 5 days a week? How do you find something new to talk about it every day? You know, really I just kind of share what's going on. I'm doing the business of real estate at a high level. You know, we're doing a lot of deals, buying properties, selling properties every single day. We average a property about every 3.5 days, either buying or selling. That's pretty quick. I did a closing yesterday. I think I have another closing today, selling properties. So we wholesale, we flip, we do buy and hold. We buy subject to. Sometimes we're buying fractional interest. You know, it's amazing how sometimes we have more title experience than some title people do. Because, you know, most title people, it's fascinating. Sometimes you have somebody that's been in the title business for 5 years, and they really don't have 5 years of experience. They have 1 year of experience 5 times. And the bulk of the title business is bread and butter, what I call retail transactions. You know, that's really 95% of the marketplace anyway. In fact, it's probably 97% is, you know, an owner-occupant selling a house to someone else that wants to be an owner-occupant. It's a retail-ready house. It goes on MLS. The person that owned it previously is very clearly the owner. There's no dead people in title or anything like that. You've got no affidavits of heirship. You've got no, you know, none of the funny stuff. And we oftentimes buy properties that are, second or third generation inherited, and the property's still in either grandparents or great grandparents, and so the record's a little bit more cloudy, all that kind of stuff. So we do some advanced level stuff. But in terms of marketing, I got in a conversation with a guy that I knew back in my Fast Track days. He actually was one of my clients for Fast Track. In fact, for the company that he was with, he was employed as an acquisition guy for a hedge fund. And mainly how they acquired is they bought properties at auction, primarily. They would buy a few off of MLS as like foreclosures, REOs, basically. And this is going back to like 2011, 2012, something like that. We did about $750,000 of remodeling for this one REIT. And this was the acquisition guy for that. And now, that REIT basically pulled out. They're not really doing acquisitions like they used to. He's no longer with them. He's gone out on his own. And he was asking a lot of marketing questions, because that's where a lot of people, really want to begin, is how do you get this marketing thing figured out? So I decided I'd go ahead and share the secret that I shared with him. And I call it the secret because that's really what people are looking for. It's like, what's the secret for marketing? How do you find all of those deals? And what I'll tell you is, and you're not going to like this, but there's really not a secret to marketing. What I can tell you is all marketing works. Marketing works a lot like having a bag of seed. Stop and think about it. If you wanted to have a harvest and you were a farmer, the bigger your bag of seed, the bigger your harvest. And so marketing is nothing more than throwing out a lot of seed. And what I can tell you is there's different types of soil. If you want to Google a really good message, Google Jim Rohn on YouTube and his different types of soil, the 4 different types of soil. It's a parable in the Bible. He gives a good explanation about marketing. He's lending it to network marketing. That's what he was teaching on, a group of network marketing people. But it applies to all different types of marketing. And, locally here in Houston, everybody that listens in Houston knows of a guy here in town named Mattress. I don't even have to complete it. Hey, Scott just joined on the Book of Faces. I want to give him a shout out. If you need any kind of computer help or anything like that, Scott Blair is an amazing guy. And, it's always great. They say that your net worth is directly related to your network. And he's someone that's in my phone. And I was able to call him yesterday when I had an immediate issue, like 6:45 last night. I'm like, oh, my God, something's happened. I don't know what it is with our computers, with our email, and a bunch of stuff, and picked up the phone. He answered the phone, 6:45 at night. Who does that, right? He does. And he actually solved my problem. So speaking of marketing, I want to give him a shout out and say, hey, thank you, Scott Blair, for making me feel great and giving me the information, help me out in a pinch. So anybody needs a good computer guy, Scott Blair is your guy. So I'm sure he has a website. Maybe he'll post it here on for his services. He'll post it here on the Book of Faces. So anybody that's listening on terrestrial radio, make sure you go to fb.com/Right Path Radio. Feel free, Scott, to post your website. So back to marketing. So think of it in terms of putting out a lot of seeds. So here's what happens. There's a furniture guy here in town. He's been in town for a long, long time. If I say mattress, everybody says Mac. We actually started cheer like in the stands. Mattress, Mac, mattress, Mac. So I'm giving him a free plug. Not that he needs it. He's a household name. Why? Because of marketing. So if I'm talking about marketing and the secret to marketing, then the real question is, which of all the ads that he's ever done has been his best ad? And the answer is really none of them. I mean, they're all good ads. So why does he do so many? Does he spend a lot of time figuring out what's the perfect ad? And he doesn't. And I see so many investors, what they do when they first get started is they're looking for the secret. Should I do postcards? Should I do yellow letters? Should I do probate? Should I do pre-foreclosure? What's the secret to marketing? And what I can tell you is that there's not a secret. It all works. Yellow letters. Letters work about twice as good as postcards, but guess what? They're twice as expensive. So on a dollars per buy basis, it's exactly the same. Sonia says, Mattress Mac really will save you money. And Scott Blair, yeah, it's NetTerra Group. Thanks for that. Website design and digital marketing. He's amazing. Thanks so much, Scott. So marketing works. Getting your word out there. It works. Here's what I can tell you. You will overthink marketing. And while you're overthinking it, you're not doing it. When I started Houston House Buyers, me and my partner, we put up $25,000 each to start the business. We put in $50,000, and that was our marketing budget to get started. We were willing to spend all of it. 10 months of marketing. Our budget was $5,000 a month. We had figured out the math was somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. So did we budget 3? No, we budgeted 5. So we sent out $5,000 in postcards in July of 2013. Guess what? We didn't buy any deals. We were an utter failure. Just like a farmer putting out a lot of seeds, and he doesn't have a crop after the first month. No, he's not a failure. You've just planted the seeds. You don't expect a harvest in the first month. So month 2, August 2013, we put another $5,000. Guess what? Still no harvest, no deals. We're still failing. A lot of people are going to start figuring out, oh my God, it's not working. What do we do? Oh my God, it's failing. We're doing it wrong. No, you're not.
One minute.
No, you're not doing it wrong. Month 3, September 2013. We spent $5,000 in marketing. Guess what? Didn't get a deal. Oh my God, it's falling apart. What do we do? It's not working. We need to quit. Oh my gosh, we can't pour more money down the drain. Why would you pour more good money after bad? Thanks for staying tuned to Right Path Real Estate Radio. My name's Tom Perry. I'm going to keep going about marketing. This is going to be a message that you don't want to miss. On the other side of the break, I'm going to keep going. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned.
Coons here, attorney.
Would you recommend spending all your budget on one type of seed?
The mistake real estate investors make is not understanding.
Billy, I will answer that on the other side of the break.
From owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor.
Hey, good morning, JC.
Today at AndersonAdvisors.com.
Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Sonia.
Reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors.
Good morning, Jonathan.
More of what you earn. Calls today.
Of course, good morning, Ginger.
706-4741.
From the land of 6 inches of snow.
Real estate.
Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Andrew.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $200,000.
Good morning, Ronnie. Happy Friday.
Will help you evaluate your
Andrew, the answer to your question is yes and absolutely. This weekend, you will learn about marketing.
Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and
you're going to get a preview it today, though.
281-872-7800.
You're going to get the preview.
Or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buying
Man,
whole
that
or
is
flipper?
good.
Bundling your properties on a single policy will
Sonia, this is that shake I was talking about last
Benchmark
night.
has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package.
I don't even see how
Call
rich
us
and thick
let
that
us
is.
show you what we
That's a
can
thick
do for
juice.
you At 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online.
That's a Dr. Mark Hyman recipe.
That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353.
It's blueberries, almond.
Or online at
It's,
benchmarkbroker.com.
How much time I have, Nikki?
Are you looking for an investor friendly
Lisa.
1 minute.
1 minute, all right.
for your investment
All right, so it's a cup of blueberries. I get them at Costco.
832-742
And, Sonia, you can just look this up on
or
the,
reach us
on the
web
internet.
at fasttrackremodeling.com.
It's his
Fast
breakfast
Track
shake that he
Remodeling
recommends.
specializes in turnkey remodeling
So it's
of
I get
single-family investment
the
properties. Whether it's a
wild
flip
blueberries.
rehab
He
or a
recommends
rental
wild
rehab,
blueberries. He
we
says
manage
there's
every aspect
the
of a
the
rehab
struggle
from
that the
start
blueberries
to
have to go
finish
when they're
with a
wild
highly
versus when
efficient,
they're
standardized process.
Over
cultivated,
the last 6 years, Fast Track has
like,
completed over
on a
700
farm or something like that. That
projects, which has
they're
helped us
better
to create
for
our 3
antioxidants,
keys
things
to
like that. So a
success.
cup of wild
Use a
blueberries,
detailed scope of
a
work
cup
so
of
that
water.
everything gets done.
It's a half
Train
a
and
cup
maintain
of
quality
almond
crews
milk.
so it gets done right.
It's a
and
banana.
complete the work in a proper order.
It's
so it
2
gets done
tablespoons
No more managing it
of
yourself. No more
chia
doing the work
seed,
yourself.
2
Fast Track
tablespoons of
Remodeling really
pumpkin
does manage it
seeds,
all.
So give
2
us a call
tablespoons
today
of
at
hemp seed.
832-742-9992.
It's 4 walnuts. It's
Again,
3
that's
Brazil nuts.
832-742-9992.
It's 2
or reach us on the web
tablespoons
at
of
fasttrackremodeling.com.
almond butter
This is business.
and 1 tablespoon of coconut butter, all ground up in a Vitamix, and that's enough for 2 servings. So there you go.
We ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Jeff is asking, or he's saying, I worked with Mac 30 years ago. He always said, late to bed, early to rise, work like heck and advertise. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's exactly right. In fact, I sat next to him one time in a luncheon event, probably, I don't know, must have been 30 years ago. And because he would get out and talk to anybody that would ask him to speak. He would go out and speak. And yeah, so that's great. Anyhow, so back to marketing. So let's see. Andrew made that comment. I already answered that. So Billy asked a question on the Book of Faces. Would you recommend spending all your budget on one type of seed or multiple types of seed? Okay, so let's think about this in terms of crops. So you got 2 different types of seed, right? You got cotton seed and you got corn seed. Well, what do you want to grow, cotton or corn? I mean, when you say different types of seed, now, if you're saying, hey, I want this type of corn seed versus this other type of corn seed, or are you really talking about, should I put it in these different types of fields? Should I plant on this field or that other field? Well, what I can tell you is, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's really like asking, hey, what works better, radio or TV? I mean, ask Mattress Mac, what works better, radio or TV? What do you think? What works better? Guess what? They both do. He does a lot of both. Which station is the best? He advertises on all of them. Radio or TV, he advertises on all of them. Here's the problem. Most people aren't willing to spend in marketing what he's willing to spend. And the reality is Houston is such a big area, and most new investors don't know what the number is. We can't afford to market the entire city, to blanket the entire market. Because here's what I can tell you is, no one sees Mattress Mac's ad and said, oh my God, that is such an amazing ad. I have absolutely no need for furniture right now, but I must go down and buy some new furniture. In other words, marketing doesn't motivate people to do something they're not going to do. But what it does is, it makes people aware that you even exist. So if that ad happens to show up when somebody says, oh, you know what, I need to go buy some furniture this week, this month, whatever. They go, I mean, who's the first person you think of? You got to go see him. I mean, you'll drive from all over. People that live in Galveston will drive there. People that live in Brookshire will drive there. People that live in Baytown will drive there. I mean, it's not really convenient. It's not like he's only marketing to a 5-mile radius around where he lives or works. But everybody knows his address. It's 6006 I-45 North between Tidwell and Parker. I mean, I wish people knew my address like that. I mean, I can tell you this, whether you do a postcard or you do a yellow letter, nobody's ever going to get your postcard and say, you know, let's say the man in the house name is John, and John says, hey, Myrtle, you know, we weren't planning on selling our house, but now that we've gotten this postcard, oh my God, look at this. Somebody wants to buy our abode. We must sell and move. No, people don't do that. That's not how it works. Myrtle's going to be like, John, you have lost your mind. No, that's not how it works. So people will want to A/B test. Well, is the green postcard, does that get more people? You know, I found that the blue postcard gets more responses than the yellow postcard does. What I can tell you is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can guarantee it doesn't really matter what the postcard says. In our early days, Jason and I were sending out postcards. One time, you know, every now and then you'll get some return. In fact, every batch of postcards. If we send out 5,000 postcards, and that costs $2,500. If we send out 5,000 postcards, we'll get some return mail bad addresses back, or no one's living there. It's a vacant house. Nobody lives there, and no forwarding address. So it's an undeliverable. One time I was looking at these return postcards. Everybody knows there's 10 digits on a phone number, right? Our postcard call number, 9 digits. Only 9 digits. I go, oh my God, the printer messed up. I cannot believe Click2Mail really messed up our mailing. Jason took a look at it. He goes, oh my God, I got to get on this. You know, I got to fix this. Guess how many calls we got from that mailing? A lot of people go, none. You know what? We got the same number of responses. It didn't even have the 10th digit. We got the same number of leads from a postcard that had 9 digits on the phone number that we had. Folks, you're overthinking it. It doesn't matter. Just do it. You know, the only thing better than marketing is more marketing. You cannot mess it up. Mattress Mac is not successful with his marketing because his ads are amazing. Because he, you know, A/B tested the wording. I mean, if you've ever heard his story, you know, he went in, he decided to spend really kind of some of his last dollars is what he said. He had his day's receipts in his back pocket, and he bought, you know, some studio time. I remember I think it was on Fox 26. It was when back in the days, I remember I was I forget what age I was when I first saw his commercials. They were so cheesy. You know, and all he was is standing up in front of a blue sign that said Gallery Furniture, and, you know, he was kind of standing there at a 3/4, and, you know, and Gallery Furniture really well, and he said he reached into his back pocket and save you, and he jumped up in the air kind of silly. I mean, who would have thought that, what marketing expert, what marketing student or professor would have said, oh yeah, here's what you got to do. You gotta stand, you know, just so. These are the words. Are you serious? So many people overthink the marketing. Here's the problem. Most people want to market to motivation, like probate or divorce or pre-foreclosure or all of that. And the problem with that is Houston, again, is so big. You'll drive an hour. You'll have an appointment in Katy because you got a person and a probate out in Katy, and then you'll also have a probate in Baytown. So you're leaving an appointment in Katy, and you're going to an appointment in Baytown. And the problem is maybe you want to buy houses in Katy, but you don't want to buy them in Baytown. So you go, oh, well, I'll just wholesale the one in Baytown. It's like, now you're starting to buy based on your exit strategy, and that's wrong. I'll tell you, when we buy properties, we are always buying properties the exact same way. And we do not determine the exit strategy until after we have it under contract. So the problem is most people, the reason why they haven't effectively put together a marketing strategy is they really haven't determined what business they're in. That's where the broken thinking is. Because if you want to be in the buy and hold business, you need to market for a particular asset. It's literally as different as, if I wanted to open up a sign shop, and I wasn't going to go buy a franchise like a Signs Now or Fast Signs or something like that. I remember a guy back when I was in the nutrition business. For about a year, about 14 months, I was full-time in a network marketing business that had nutritional products, Advocare. And first year made about $40,000, second year made about $104,000, helping people improve their health through vitamins. So, not pimping that, but just telling you, that's part of my background. And I remember that people used to ask all kinds of questions about their health and all that kind of stuff. And what I recognize is that if your marketing message fell on the right ears, then people will respond to your message. Some people just didn't value their health. People aren't going to spend money on vitamins if they value their health. So you can find where target-rich places are. Like, I had a booth one time at a Kolache festival. What I can tell you is that's probably not a great place to try and sell health and wellness. But then I'd also do it at like a volleyball tournament or something like that. That's where I would market. I'd have a booth at a volleyball tournament. Very responsive, target-rich environment. So imagine if you want to buy and hold, why wouldn't you market to the areas that you want to buy in? If you want to market for flips, why wouldn't you want to market where flips are? So going back to the vitamin supplement business. So I remember there was a guy, I was a member of a group called a networking group, and it's worldwide. It's an international organization called BNI, Business Networking International. They only allow one person in each category. I remember there was this guy, he had retired early, had gotten downsized. He took his buyout package, basically bought a sign franchise. And I remember that, so many people in network marketing, what they do is, hey, just got in the vitamin business. Mom, you want to buy some vitamins? And that's probably not the way to do it. And I recognized that when I thought about this sign guy. He had to go out and start marketing. He had to put together a strategy about how to market his sign business. What he did is started going to the office buildings around his business. Started, passing out business cards. Hey, you may not have any signs right now, but let me just introduce myself. This is my name and this is my business card. And if you have any need for signs in the future, give me a call. Love to earn your business. Guess what he didn't do is, hey, Mom, I just got in the sign business. Want to buy some signs? He didn't do that. So, if you started a Subway sandwich shop, you might have a different marketing approach than if you had a sign business. But by the same token, if you wanted to buy and hold versus if you wanted to wholesale versus if you wanted to flip, you might want to market to different types of assets. And the amount of income that people want to earn is what should determine the strategy that you're using. And most people haven't started with the right goal. You haven't even decided what business you want to be in, because real estate is not the business. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. The music says I'm out of time. Hey, thanks for staying tuned. Hopefully you're learning something. Stay tuned through the break. I'll be right back.
Do you have cracks in your brick, floors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work. but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at andersonadvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.?
All right, 1 minute.
Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
This is for Johnny Hayes. Isn't that his song,
Right.
song or
Yeah.
football team song?
I guess.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Yeah, right. Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So we're talking about marketing. But, here's what we can say is most people don't really understand marketing. And so we do our marketing based on what our thinking is. And our thinking leads to our decisions lead to our actions lead to our results. You got to understand, marketing is about having the right message in front of the right person at the right time, right? But the message is really not that important. The message really is nothing more than, hey, I'd like to buy your house. And if you want to sell it to me, let's talk. I mean, that's really all it is. So I shared early in the beginning of the show that July we spent $5,000 in marketing in 2013. August 2013, same thing. September, same thing. October, same thing. It doesn't sound as painful or scary but keep in mind, 30 days, you got a long time to think about, is it working? Are we doing it right? All that kind of stuff, and that's normal. But we had already put the plan in place. We already knew what our goals were. We had already done the math in terms of what it would cost. We'll explain in detail why we came up to the math the way that we did. What I can tell you is about $5,000 a buy in marketing. That's the budget. Here's what I'll see is, people say, well, Tom, I want to flip 12 houses this year. I want to do one a month. Great. That's fantastic. So that means that over the next year, you need to spend about $60,000 in marketing. Well, I don't want to spend that much. Okay? All right? Then you don't want to buy 12 houses, because that's what it's going to take. Now, here's the other thing is, in statistics, because that's a statistical number, $5,000 a month in marketing, but that's based on, doing it a lot. That's not just based on doing it once. Statistics bear out over large enough numbers. If I told somebody, hey, you won't believe what just happened. I flipped a coin. I flipped a quarter 10 times, and it came up heads 8 times. That is incredible, isn't it? I mean, that's unbelievable. You'd be like, Tom, you're really making a big deal out of something that ain't no big deal. And you'd be right. Because 10 is not that many times to flip a coin. I mean, heck, it probably shouldn't shock you if it came up heads all 10 times. I mean, it's like that's very possible. But if I told you, hey, I flipped a coin, and it was a evenly balanced, a fair coin. In statistics, they talk about the flip of a fair coin. In other words, it's well balanced. It's not weighted one side or the other, right? I flipped a fair coin 1 billion times. It came up heads 800 million. You'd be like, wait, what? That's just not possible. Here's what happens. People will spend $5,000 in marketing and go, wait, I didn't get a deal. I mean, I must be doing something wrong. You're like, no. Can you imagine if Mattress Mac had spent $5,000 on marketing and go, well, I didn't sell a couch today. So from that marketing, I didn't get one person coming in on that marketing piece, so it must not be working. No, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? We wouldn't know 6006 I-45 North between Tidwell and Parker. We wouldn't know Mattress, yeah, you can complete it for me, Mac, right? We wouldn't know that name if that had been his thinking. So you have to understand that like farming, there's a delayed reaction. You plant the seed, you have the harvest in the future. You don't plant one seed, see what's going to happen, because I'm not really sure this thing. I think pretty much we've proven that marketing, as people existing on this planet, I think we've proven that marketing works. But the only thing better than marketing is more marketing. And the trouble is that we don't have the budget that Mattress Mac does, so how do we start? And what I tell you is, start in the neighborhood that you want to buy houses in. Market there. Now, there's some other things that you could add to that. Just think logically about this. I wouldn't want to market like probate, for example, because that allows me to blanket, or it forces me to blanket the entire, city. Because I'm going to be marketing Katy and Baytown and the Woodlands and Galveston. I'm going to waste all of my time driving from appointment to appointment. And I never really get to know the area well enough to know or to see movements in the marketplace. So I'm constantly having to do a whole lot of research. I got to be an expert in every single market in Houston. There's a lot of sub-markets in Houston. And that's difficult to do when it's just you. In fact, it's nearly impossible. So if you said, hey, I want to flip 12 houses, you got to know that it's either 40 to 60 hours of result-producing activity. It's work. Like this guy that bought this franchise that I told you about, the Sign franchise, he was spending some money in marketing, and he was spending some of his time in marketing. He was committed full-time, and he still owns that Sign franchise today. It's one of the most successful Sign franchises in all of Sugarland. He's done really well, but he spent some money and then he went and knocked doors. You can do that as well. If you knock on enough doors, I guarantee you'll buy a house. But Tom, that's hard. Yep. It can be. It'll take your time. It'll take 40 to 60 hours. You knock on enough doors, you'll buy a house. Now, here's what I can tell you is you can't do it long enough to fail unless you quit. You may say, I don't have the time to knock on doors. Okay. If you don't have time, you don't have money, it's hard to start a business. Any business. If you don't have a plan from the get-go, most people, it's one of the reasons why franchises help improve your success, short term, of succeeding. Long term, it's debatable. Because the extra fees of, being a part of the franchise system are counterproductive to be in business long term because your competitors that aren't franchises don't have those fees, so they have a lower cost of doing business. And if you're in a business where that can be offset by the volume buying or that there's cost savings of being part of the some advantages there, then yeah. So co-op advertising, things like that. But short of co-op advertising, it's really difficult for a franchise or to have an advantage over anybody else, or a franchisee to have an advantage. So here's what I'll tell you where the biggest mistake most people make is they really don't know what business they want to be in because they haven't decided a wealth and income goal. So I see all the time people say, well, I want to flip I want to buy houses at about $50,000, $60,000, maybe $70,000, put maybe $30,000 into the house and turn around and sell it for, $120,000, $130,000, something like that. I want to do that. Let's say they want to flip $150,000 ARV houses. And I go, okay, great. How many houses do you want to flip next year? 12? Okay, great. How much you want to make per house? About $30,000. Not going to happen. The numbers just won't allow that to happen. So you could set up the right marketing plan, but your marketing doesn't align with realistic goals. It's a little bit like saying, hey, I want to start a burger franchise. Great. How many burgers do you want to sell? Well, I want to sell 100 a month. Okay, great. How much can you charge for your burgers? $500. Good luck with that. So if you don't understand the basic math of the business, you could set out, you on a spreadsheet, you can make yourself a millionaire. You can build yourself $1 million business on a piece of paper. In fact, I don't really have to sell that many burgers if I sell them $500 a piece. The profit margins are through the roof. On paper, I can say, yeah, that works. So you got to know the numbers. If you want to know the numbers, what I recommend is we teach a weekend event. I'm doing one this weekend. It's always fascinating to me. I've literally had people come to a weekend event. In fact, we had a case study last night. And gentleman that was sharing his story said, I was in your seat June of last year. Now, since then, he's turned a $50,000 he's got about $50,000 in properties right now, out of pocket. He's out of pocket about $50,000. But the equity he has in those properties is about $100,000. And the beauty is those properties are appreciating at about 7% a year. So he's got about, maybe $360,000 worth of properties. Which means that $360,000 going up 7% a year, I'm going to do the math real quick, 360 times 0.07 is about $25,000 a year, about $2,000 a month. Just in appreciation. And it'll also cash flow, he said, about $250 a property, so about $750, so about $3,000 a month, just based on what he did as of June. So $50,000 of captured additional equity plus the $50,000. So he's got a total of $100,000. So he's made $50,000 since June. That's only in 5 months.
1 minute.
Plus about $3,000 a month between appreciation and cash flow is what he's planted the seed for. So sometimes people say, well, Tom, I can't make it this month. Hey, you know what? There's a cost for coming here. There's also a cost for waiting. People used to ask me, hey, Tom, how much do those vitamins that you sell cost? And I said, well, if you take them or if you don't. Because, there's a cost for buying vitamins, right? Pharmaceutical grade, highly absorbable, bioavailable vitamins. Those cost a lot of money to produce. They're more expensive than the Centrum you buy at a Walmart. We'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817.
Mike's off.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825 or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at
That's what I'm here for, Jonathan.
jetlending.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your
All
insurance
right,
company
30
is slow and
seconds.
non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So we've been talking about marketing and the secret to marketing. I'll never forget this guy came to me one time at a weekend event. During the break, I was taking a break. The whole group was taking a break, bio break. And somebody came up and said, hey, can you share with me the secret, to how you find super motivated, people on that want to sell their house? I'm like, yeah, right after the break, that's when the next topic we're talking about is marketing. No, I don't want you to tell everybody. Which is crazy because I've been talking about this mindset thing, and he still wasn't getting it. He only had ears to hear what he wanted to hear. What he wanted to hear is, what's the secret? How do you find him? It's like, hey, how does Mattress Mac, what's his super secret formula for how he finds people that are super motivated to buy furniture? I sometimes use this analogy about a dentist. Hey, most people have a dentist that they like, right? They're not looking to change a dentist. Dentists could market till the cows come home. He could mail you postcard after postcard after postcard. You say, oh, no, man, I like Dr. So-and-so. I like Dr. Johnson. He's my dentist. He's my man. No amount of postcard sending. Then lo and behold, you go into Dr. Johnson's office sometime, and your normal hygienist that you really like, Susie, she's not there. Somebody else is there, and she scrapes your teeth, and it's painful. And you don't want to go back to that. Or Dr. Johnson's retired, he sold his practice, and he's, all that familiarity is gone. And lo and behold, you come back home after having a bad experience at the dentist, and there's a dental postcard in you're like, where's this guy been all this time? That's really how it works for marketing. But you have to decide, really, what kind of business do you want to be in? And the trouble is that most people don't understand the difference between a flipping business versus a buy and hold business versus an owner finance business versus which is really a lending business. There's 4 ways to make money in real estate. There's buy, fix, and flip. There's wholesale. There's buy and hold, and there's lending. There's being the bank. The best of those at building wealth and income is buy and hold. There's nothing close to it. Everybody should want to be in the buy and hold. I can understand why you'd want to flip. I can understand why you'd want to wholesale, but understand you've got to be doing those things for the right reason. It's not wealth and income. In fact, it's really not wealth if you want to do that. You can make a really good income. It's tough to build wealth that way. If any of this is resonating, if any of this is shifting your mindset, and you don't know about us already, in fact, for all of y'all that do, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Spread the word. I need your help marketing. Tell people that you know. Tell people that you want to change their lives. Send them a link to this show, because I'm about changing lives. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Click on About Real Estate. Watch the $150,000 house example. Look at that. That will change people's thinking about retirement. It bothers me that the average American has less than $65,000 in retirement.
20 seconds.
Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Register for our next free event. In fact, register for our free week. Excuse me, it's not free. It's our club level membership. Gets you in the class this weekend. We have a few spots open. It is not too late. Because of the time of the year, we've got fewer signups. We've got 1 or 2 spots open. Feel free to join us this weekend. It'll be life-changing. Thanks for listening, guys. I will be back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you this weekend. Be blessed. Thanks, Nikki.